One of deacon in Korea was a good Christian, but he did not have the knowledge of God. And he was failing. He was fisher. But fish would not come into his fishing net. And unbelievers, they were having better fishing field, and they get all the fish, and he was poor, and he was having a bad fishing field, and he could not catch many fishes, and he was ready to be bankrupted. It was near the Christmas day, but his company was going to be bankrupted December 27, and he was desperate. So he was praying with his wife together, oh God, we are Christian, but how come that we cannot receive blessing from the Lord? Then God gave them the revelation. One day he was reading Galatians 3rd chapter verse 13. Bible clearly said that Christ has redeemed us from the curse of the law, being made a curse for us. For it is written, cursed is everyone that hangs upon a tree, that the blessing of Abraham might come upon Gentiles. His eyes was open. He said, is this true? Am I redeemed from the curse? Then how come that I have been living in curse all these years? Because I did not know the real situation of redemption for my life. Yes, I've been deceived by the devil. And he began to see himself completely delivered from the curse. And he saw himself blessed by Abrahamic blessing. So he determined, I will sow the seed of faith, and I will claim the miracle of Abrahamic life. And his pastor was a retired pastor in the city, and he was very poor. He was driving a very old car, more than 30 years. So he talked with his wife, let us buy a new car for our pastor as a seed of faith, because he is driving old car, and old car has always trouble. And he is stranded on the streets many a times, so we'll buy a new car for him. But his wife said, we have so much debt. So anyway, we have debt, so let's add more debt. So they paid $30,000 and bought a real new beautiful car to the pastor. And the pastor was in glory. He was so happy without even knowing the real situation of his deacon. But they said to the pastor, if God blesses us, we will renovate our building. The building was built more than 30 years ago, and it was raining and leaking, and the wall was broken. So when we make success, we will rebuild this building. And the pastor was overjoyed. And the pastor reached out and touched them and gave all the blessing what he could do. Well, I myself personally do. When people bring offering to me, I bless more than those who do not bring anything. So pastor, out of his heart, he fervently blessed them. So on the Christmas day, now 2 days before the bankruptcy, he sent his brother to the sea field. Go see if we have anything in the net. And soon the telephone come. Brother, miracle occurred. I said, what is miracle? He said, in our net, there are 5,000 yellow fish. Yellowtail, I say yellowtail. Yellowtail is a big fish, isn't it? It's real big, bigger than the baby. We have 5,000 yellowtail in our net. He asked, how about the northern net and the southern net which belong to others? Not one yellowtail is in their net. Not one. Only to our net, we have more than 5,000 yellowtail. And yellowtail, they all come and pass the northern area and the southern area, and they come to the middle, lined up, and it took more than 10 hours for them to come into this net. Because the hole is very small to enter into net. So to enter there, the whole 5,000 yellowtail should stand in line, in queue, and they wait. One by one says, go fast, go fast. Oh, fast. I come in for fast. That was the miracle of God. You know, those yellowtail would not wait too long. They are impatient. They won't stay in queue for such a long time. But for more than 10 hours, they were standing in the line and they waited for their chance to enter into the net. As for the fishers, if they could catch 500 yellowtail in autumn, there would be a great abundant fishing, they say. But it was not autumn, this is winter time. Winter time, the yellowtail will not come to Korean Sea. But 5,000 of them come and they hold their fish through the harbor and they received $50,000. So he paid off all of his debt, which cost $470,000, and out of the $500,000 which he gained from that sale of the fish. And with the rest of the money, his wife said, now we get this money, so let's use this money for our home. But the husband said, no, we'd better rebuild our church, revamp our old buildings, and refurbish. So they spent that money, and they had no money even after having such a big haul of the fish. But they were free from bankruptcy, they were free from the debt, and they were praising the God. Still they were praising God, and after 1 month, when they went out to see if something was caught in the net, and there were big whale in the net. Big whale. That is very precious in Korea. Actually, it is prohibited to catch quail. So quail came into the small net, twisting his body, and he committed suicide inside of the net. The big whale was dead. And they were overjoyed. And they brought out the big whale and sold by $50,000. So that was a bonus from God to the king. He came to me smiling. He says, Pastor, before I got the knowledge of God's blessing, I toiled 365 days, but still I could not eke out an existence. But after knowing the truth, when I was set free from the curse, from the thorns and thistles in my mind, when my mind was filled with the glory of God and Abraham's blessing, then God intervened. In one day, God solved all the problem. He said, now, from now on, I'm going to work for the Lord 364 days, and then I work 1 day for my business, because God can solve all of my problem in 1 day.